Okay, so in the last video, I was dealing with exponents, and I wanted to show you some exponents, some physics formulas that contain exponents. So you see why it's necessary to learn how to transpose or learn how to manipulate formulas with exponents, right? So these are actual equations that contain exponents. See that here? This is the equation for kinetic energy, half mv squared. Then you have the equation for energy again, but using current, resistance, and time. And here you have another equation for energy. So you can see that energy has a lot of equations depending on what you are trying to calculate. Now this is a famous one. Energy is equal to the mass times the speed, the square of the speed of light, right? So the difference in energy equal to the difference in mass times the square of the speed of light. Now, what I'm going to try to do is solve for the variable that has an exponent. In this case, the variable is v. So like I said in all previous videos, you're going to try to get rid of all the friends. Now this one, the v is already in the numerator, so it's good. You don't have to move it, to leave it, and you're going to move everything else. Okay, so we could flip the equation around into what we're accustomed to, where we could write mv squared over 2 is equal to ek. And so because we're accustomed to go from left to right, we're going to use it this way. Just to show you that you can do it like this. You don't have to. So remember, if you're going to move the 2 is in the denominator, so you want to get it in the numerator. Well, not want to, it goes in the numerator, so it moves diagonally across and up a ladder. Okay? I'm going to show you exactly why we do it like this, but I'm just showing you easy ways to remember. So 2 will go up, so you have mv squared equal to 2 ek. Because remember, this is over 1. Okay, and so now you want to get rid of m. So m is going to move underneath 2ek. So m is sliding down and across the equal sign. So you have v squared equal to 2 ek over m. Now you want to get rid of the 2, so you have to multiply by a half. Remember? And we're going to multiply this entire thing. We'll not multiply, but raise it to the power of a half, because we had to multiply this exponent by a half to get rid of 2. And because this is an exponent, we have to raise this side by a half as well. And so we're going to have v equals to 2 ek over m. And that is the half. So remember the half, this represents the square root sign. Now why do we do slides and ladders? Well, I'll show you exactly what is really going on. So here we start out with mv squared over 2 equal to ek. Slides and ladders. Now remember, v squared is already in numerator, so you don't have to do anything about that. Now if we extend our line here and we place a line here and put 1 here, you know, if you are in the denominator, you have to multiply the entire equation by the same thing underneath here. So this is 2, so you would multiply this entire thing by 2. Multiply this by 2. So therefore the 2's will cancel out. So you're left with mv squared equal to 2 ek. Now if you're in the numerator and you want to get rid of what's in the numerator, which is the m, you have to divide. So once in the denominator, you have to multiply whatever in the denominator by the entire equation, and whatever is in the numerator, you would have to divide the entire equation by the numerator. You get it? And so you would do the same thing over here where you divide, and that will cancel out. So we're left back with v squared equal to 2ek over m. Okay? And now you want to get rid of the exponent. So you're going to multiply by a half, and you're going to also, because it's an exponent, you're going to raise the entire equation by a half, and you'll be left with v equals to the square root of 2ek over m. Great, and it's the same answer. It's just that you didn't go through all the operations. You just gone straight along with ladders and slides. Okay, let's do this one now. So we want to solve for current, which is I. And again, since this is on our right hand side, we could flip the equation over that way. And you could say I squared R, so resistance times time is equal to E. And we use, so all of this is over 1. And so we want to get rid of the friends of I. So since R and T are multiplied, we could just move them down one time. So now we have I squared equal to E over RT. And again, it's the same idea as this over here, where to get rid of the exponent, which is 2, we multiply by a half. And we raise this to a half. And so we're going to be left with I is equal to E over RT, and this half, remember, it represents the square root sign. So everything under the square root sign. And make sure the line goes right over to cover it. Okay? So let me show you what we're really doing again instead of using slides and ladders. We say I squared RT is equal to E. Again, since these are in the numerator, you're going to just divide them. So once in the numerator, you divide. So we're going to divide by RT, and we're going to divide the next side by RT. Remember, whatever you do to one side, you do to the next. These cancel out. This is pretty easy to do because everything is being multiplied, everything is being divided. There are no addition or subtraction signs, so that means you can do this easily. If addition and subtraction signs get in the way, that is when you're going to have to use more than one operation. You're going to have to use the operations correctly and in correct sync, right? So let's go. So we're left with I squared equals to, sorry, where did I cross out this? Equals to E over RT. And so to get rid of this, you multiply by a half, and you raise everything to a half. These cancel out, so you're left with I is equal to E over RT square root. Is it not the same as this up here? Of course. Now the last one is E equal MC squared. And again, we can make it look like what we are accustomed to, so we just flip it over. Equal to delta E, and we're solving for C. So we have delta M, the big triangle represents the Greek letter delta, and we divide by delta M, it's multiplication, or it's the same thing there, and we divide here again. Remember, it's in the numerator. So they cancel out, and now we have that. And we're left with C squared equal to delta E over delta M. You want to get rid of this, so therefore you square it, and you raise this to the multiply it by a half, and you raise this to a half, and so they cancel out, and you're left with C equals to delta E over delta M, and you put the square root sign. Now let's do it how we usually do it in math. You have delta M. Oh, right, I didn't even use slides and ladders. So see, I went straight into the math mode, right? Sometimes you could get in the zone, which is what happened to me. But if you want to use the slides and ladders, because different strokes for different folks in terms of understanding. Slides and ladders, remember, all of this is over 1. So you could take all of this, since it's in the numerator, and slide it on over across the equal sign underneath, because it was in the numerator. So you're left back with c squared equal to delta E over delta M. And then you multiply by a half to get rid of the 2. You raise this by a half, and so you're left back with c equal to the square root of delta E over delta M. Okay? So I hope this helps, and I hope you realize how important it is to learn how to manipulate equations with exponents. So be sure to continue practicing your exponents. Alright, so good luck. Alright, see you in the next video.